invite you to consider a question that I feel like comes up quite a bit. Maybe I have this conversation in my head. I think others do as well. And it's you're about to do something new, you're about to try something, and you immediately think, but what if I fail? So, we're going to talk about that a little bit today. We're going to talk about what failure is not, and what you choose to do with it. So, if you've not yet met, hi, my name is Lydia. I am all about empowering women so that they can show up unapologetically in family, in business, in life. And when it comes to failure, failure is one of those areas that is can be paralyzing. It can feel like everything is about to fall apart. If you are open and willing to share your experience with failure, even if it's the emotion that you've had tied to experiencing failure, I'd love for you to share that in the comments. I can say for my own self that when the idea of failure even crosses my mind in the past, it's created a few different emotions. One is one of fear, meaning I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's happening. And as a result, I experienced fear. The second is, if not as damaging, more so, and that's doubt, meaning that if it's a whole collection of logical steps, so for example, I'm in school, I'm doing my very best in my classes, it's time to apply to colleges, and I get to this point of, oh, wait, if I apply to that college, what happens if I don't get in? What if I fail? And so it becomes this place of doubt of what if I'm not actually as good as I thought I was. That's Some people will call that imposter syndrome of what if everything I thought I knew is actually not true. The thing is, as much as it happened when I was in high school, and it probably happened when I was a kid and didn't necessarily register with me, although I feel like I was pretty fearless as a kid, um, it definitely projected itself into the workspace, and it definitely projected itself into motherhood, with feeling like here I am with this new life. I don't have the foggiest idea of what they need or what I can do or what I'm supposed to be doing. And yet, here I am, and I am charged to make decisions moment by moment by moment. But what if I fail? What if I do all this work to raise my child as best as I can, but then it doesn't work? What if, it's the family, or you may have a sibling, or you may have a family member where it's just you look at all the ways that they were poured into you, that they're raised, that they were well supported, and yet they went astray. Maybe that was you. And it's a sense of what happens? What do I do with that fear? What do I do with that doubt? What do I do with that apprehension that's holding me back from making the next step forward? And here's the thing: failure is a part of life. I know there's not a whole lot of people that are saying that, but I would not be real talk with you if I did not say straight up failure is a part of life. And it's a good thing when we choose to view it in the full light of what failure means. Failure means that you were going in a particular direction and things did not go as expected. What that then means is that you take a moment to then go, okay, what was it that happened that led to this? And can I choose to learn from that failure? Or do I choose to turn from it and act as if it didn't happen and that I'm not going to do anything with it, and maybe hopefully I'll avoid it in the future? One of the other fun things about life, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on this week, is that whenever we fail a test, our creator is very good at bringing that same test back around to see how you'll do, to make sure that you've learned and that you've grown. This is a journey of failing and learning and growing. You fail, you learn, you grow. And at some point, when you do pass, because it doesn't mean it's all failure, when you do pass, when you do actually develop so that you're not having that stumbling block again, it's phenomenal. But please realize that does not mean The test is now over. Okay. So it's recognizing that as much as that happens, failure is designed to help us to grow. The most beautiful example of it. And again, we do this as kids, and some of us do it differently than others. Learning to walk. For every human that I know of, every child that I've ever seen, the process of learning how to walk was one of wobbliness, of figuring out how to pull yourself up and then sometimes dropping down, of thinking that you've got it and then face planting out of nowhere. Some of us still face plant just while walking down the street, and it just happens, right? Okay. But the whole point is all those points of not being steady where things didn't go as expected doesn't mean that a baby goes, well, forget it. I'm just not going to walk. Forget it, right? That's not what happens. Yes, there may be shock, and depending on who's around them, they may feel even more shock if there's a, oh my goodness, right? But what's most important is that the child is learning to grow, that the way in which they experience that, oh, wait, that didn't actually go the way that I thought it would. Okay, I'm going to adjust. And then happens. That's where the move towards balance happens. That's the beauty of balance. A lot of times we feel like balance means, okay, yeah, I've got it all together. It means it's a constant place of adjusting. You're figuring it out. It's a real time system. It just moves and shifts as need be. And when we tap into the lessons from failure, the wisdom that failure can teach us, that's where we begin to see that, you know what? Yeah, I will fail. But, or really, and I choose to learn from my failures so that I can hopefully not fail the same way again. That'd be awesome. But if I do, it's okay. I just get back up and I'm learning. And it also means that when I have those moments of success, I recognize that it wasn't just I was just a success. No, there was a whole collection of steps that led to fail, learn, fail, learn, fail, learn, success. Okay. So if this has helped you and this is something that you're going, you know what, my girl really needs to hear this, be sure to share this with her. Be sure to share this with those that you care about to help them to know that no matter what they're facing, whether it's in their personal life, in their family life, in their business, that failure is okay. Failure does not make you a failure. Failure is a one-stop it's a one-stop moment. It's not the status of your life. Okay. Share this with them, encourage them today. And if you're going, this is really helpful, I'd love for you to join us in our Facebook group. We talk about finding balance. We talk about the fact that it's not just simply that I have it all together, but it's the fact that it's a shift and it's figuring it out. And that's so true just in womanhood, that's true within marriage, and that's surely true within motherhood. So I bid you adieu. Hope you have an amazing day and know that you are amazing. You're not a failure. You are amazing.